All right, guys, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, and thank you to all my subscribers, uh, and thank you to all the members. Appreciate the support. And again, if you want to support me, watch the video all the way through. So I didn't think I was going to be making this video, but I am. I actually didn't think I was going to be making a Kiely Rodni video for a couple days, but I am. Just to keep everything, let me adjust my camera here. Just to keep everything fair, because I don't want to be biased or anything like that. I'm trying to go that way with the channel. Try to be, just straight down the middle, unbiased from here on out, and more respectful. So I've been hearing a lot of chatter. Apparently, AWP was on, I think, Zav Girl, and was answering some questions. So I'm going to go at AWP, and I'm going to go at the police. I mean, it is what it is. And I do. I have all the respect for AWP. And I have all the respect for police too. I respect the hell out of both groups. But, there's a few mistakes that both of them have made that I'm going to have to call them out on it. You know what I mean? Now we'll just start with the police. I mean, they should have waited for the silt and everything to settle, and go back down there and retrieve everything. That's what they should have done, in my opinion. They dropped the ball big time on that. Don't know whose laptop it is. I just know they found a laptop. They found, they even found supposedly found the freaking Truly can. So, I don't know who is in charge of recovering that vehicle. I heard it was the police. Man, I gotta call it. Y'all done a shitty job. And now, oh Lord, we've got a lot to talk about here, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Go get you a bite to eat and come back. We got a lot to talk about. And there's some ramifications that could happen here too. Like people getting away with shit. Like whatever happened to Kiely, people can get away with it. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But yeah. Now you have somebody outside law enforcement handling possible evidence in a possible homicide. No. No. All right, now that I have called the police out, it's time to call out AWP. As much as I love you guys, I do have one problem with what you done. And apparently on Zav Girl, you was on there, I think it was Nick, I think they said it was Nick. Let me see here. I don't know. Let me go make sure I get everything right here. Never found interview. Doug. It's Doug. That's it, Doug. She had Doug on there. And apparently Doug offered to answer some questions of what he could. And as I was listening to what happened, I was like, are you kidding me? So let me explain to you what I heard, and then after that, let me explain to you what I thought. So I heard Doug say that he couldn't answer a few questions because he did not want to interfere with the integrity of the investigation. Okay. So he couldn't answer some questions like, I think they asked him about clothing. He couldn't answer that. Did Kiely have any shoes on? He couldn't answer that. There were just several questions that he couldn't answer, and his reasoning behind that was because he didn't want to mess up the integrity of the investigation. Well, you shouldn't have put out the video with the roadside assistance guy. Because if I'm the prosecutor, if there's going to be a prosecution, if it's a homicide and there's going to be a prosecution, and regardless, this is an investigation, right? Right, guys? An investigation. You can't go and tell people, I don't want to answer questions because I don't want to mess up the integrity of the investigation. But then you go and put a key witness making statements about, you know who, wearing the San Francisco hat, seeing Kiely's car, and all these things. You cannot put that out there. Dude is a key witness. I do not think that video should have been made public just because that's a hell of an evidence. That should have been kept tight to the chest. That should have been hush hush. That driver, what he witnessed, what he talked about, who he seen, what he seen, should have never been made public. That should be in the hands of the prosecutor's office, being kept secret until, that should not, because now you have jeopardized the investigation, in my opinion. I mean, it's helped us on YouTube have more information. We know now, but so do the criminals. If this is a homicide, now the criminals can prepare for, or try to prepare for, this video that was on that truck. Is that why someone's hired maybe a criminal defense attorney? Maybe this certain someone came down there to the police station and they're like, we want you to watch this video. They show her the roadside assistance video. And then the next words out of her mouth are, I think I need to speak to an attorney at this point. But see, that video probably came out to us, the public, before they even showed it to a, possible suspect. Because we all know people's been gathering information from other witnesses at the party, partygoers, been gathering their statements, this whole investigation has been botched. And I have to call it like I see it right down. There's a little bit to blame for AWP. They botched it with releasing that video of the roadside assistance guy. And it's just my opinion. And I love those guys to death, but they should have kept that secret. Because, they're keeping everything else secret. They won't even tell us what kind of clothing was in the car with Kiely. They won't tell us, Doug wouldn't tell us what shoes that she had, if she had any shoes on. There's some questions that he wouldn't answer because he doesn't want to ruin the integrity of the investigation. But he goes and releases a video of a key witness. No. And again, I love you guys to death, but no. Because if I'm a prosecutor, I'm going, no. Oh God, you just made my job 10 times harder. Now let's look at the side of the prosecutor. If I'm a prosecutor, there has been so many snafus in this whole entire thing. The way the car was recovered, all the evidence left at the in the lake bed. Now that evidence has been tampered with by people that are not even police. Okay. I'm loving this if I'm a criminal defense attorney. I'm loving this. My clients are loving this. Let me tell you, I've got some stuff to argue. The laptop has been tampered with. Whatever else down there that scuba diver went and got's been tampered with. They can claim that, you know what I mean? How long was it in this dude's hands before police got a hold of it? And what could he have done to it to contaminate the evidence? Because we all know about contaminating evidence and what it done in the OJ trial. Y'all remember that? Those criminal defense attorneys had a field day with contaminated evidence, and look what happened. So way to go, police. Way to go. And I've got to call it, dude should not have retrieved that shit. If he's seen it down there, he should have called the police. He should have called the FBI. He should have called the district attorney, the prosecutor's office. If the police wasn't going to do nothing, call the prosecutor's office. Call the FBI. I'm sure one of them would have went out there and got that stuff. Because, if I'm a prosecutor and I get a phone call from a dude that dove down there and got that stuff, this does say if I'm a prosecutor and he called my office and he said, hey, I went down there and I done some diving, some free diving, and I went down there and there's still a bunch of shit down there on the lake bed. And it could be evidence. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to contaminate it. I don't want to do nothing. I want the proper authorities to go get it. That way, nobody can say it was contaminated, touched by anybody outside law enforcement. But guess what happened? Dude got it. Took it home, I guess. I don't know. Called the cops. They finally came and got it, I guess. regardless, now it's been handled by somebody outside law enforcement, and they can consider it contaminated evidence. I'm telling you. If I'm a prosecutor, I'm doing this right here. And I feel bad now for Kiely's parents, because it just hurts their case. It hurts getting, and for Kiely, it hurts getting her justice if it was a homicide. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of blame to go around besides just the police. And I'm just being a straight shooter here. I'm calling everybody out, from the police, AWP, and the guy that dove down there and got the evidence that they left behind, or the stuff. Let me tell you, I'd have got some people out there to get it. I mean, I wouldn't be getting it, but I'd have got some people out there to get it that's in law enforcement. Because, I mean, and again, if I was a prosecutor and dude called me and said there's still shit down here that they didn't get, me as a prosecutor, I'd be getting some MFers out there to with a net or whatever they need to bag and tag that shit. This whole thing, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing another Kiely Rodni video for a couple days. I've got some stuff that I do want to talk to you about in the Summer Wells case, but it just seems like, just when you think things are going to kind of flatline for a little bit and level off, and all the stuff's going to settle down for a little bit until we hear from, law enforcement on the autopsy and stuff like that. Nope. So, but I mean, guys, I gotta be fair. I gotta call out the police, AWP, and that dude that went down there and I can't think, Checkit or whatever his channel is. He shouldn't handle it. He should have tried his best to get somebody out there to go get it. And still, I mean, I still don't know if I would have ended up touching that stuff myself. I'd have got somebody out there. I don't want to be the one responsible. If there's some hardcore evidence in that crap, I don't want to be the one responsible for a criminal defense attorney saying, "Well, that guy just ruined all that evidence for you. It's going to have to be thrown out, Your Honor. I mean, it's contaminated. We can't all that stuff that guy pulled out. It's considered contaminated evidence now. He could have messed with. I mean, all that stuff could be thrown out if there's a trial." Again, look what happened in the OJ case. They had a field day with calling out contaminated stuff. And then, anyway, guys, that's I do got another question, and this is in regards to the roadside assistance guy. Why haven't those people been arrested that he's seen? Really good description. Supposedly was Kiely's car, which is now a crime scene, probably part of a homicide crime scene. And supposedly, you know who the SF hat dude is. Why hasn't he been arrested? There's enough there to arrest him. That puts you with part of the crime scene. I don't know. What's going on here, guys? What's going on? Who was the girl that was there too? Was it Kiely? Was it another blonde? They're pretty sure it was her car, which is now, in my opinion, a homicide crime scene. if it's going that way, which everybody's saying it is, according to AWP. Another question. Yeah, I thought about that today. Are police even looking at those people? Have they questioned them? These people had direct contact with that car, which is now a possible homicide crime scene. Think about that, guys. So anyway, with all this I've talked about, let me know what you think. See you on the next video. Bam!